Welcome back to the Great Barstool, whatever, fuck it. We're doing a different version. What was that about? What was that little facial expression?
No, nothing.
Yeah, I thought so. We're doing a different version of the Great Barstool Steak Off. Today we're doing breakfast, gentlemen. Two returning fighters, Francis and Lil Sas. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad to be back. I'm ready to bury Sass again.
What are we cooking here today? What we have some
Brekkie.
eggs. We're doing brekkie. What's the formula and what's the method to the madness?
I got a little surprise here.
No, you
That
don't.
is gonna
Those are
play
mine.
A big part in my food.
Can we just backpedal a little and fill the audience in here in case we haven't spliced this footage in? I just had to go collect Sass from his apartment and wake him up at 11:30 because he was still asleep to be here among us. Well, it's 11:10 a.m. and Lil Sass is nowhere to be found. We were supposed to be there at 10:30 to cook Roan, and he's still asleep, not answering his calls. So now I'm gonna get on a bike in the rain and bike to his apartment to ring his doorbell or throw rocks at his window. I'm in the building, I'm in the inner sanctum. Get to go right up to his door.
Dude, fuck off. What's up?
What are you doing?
I was clearly asleep, dude.
You're an hour late.
I know, I'm coming. I'm sorry.
I don't care, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I knew that was gonna happen.
I likened it to that
There's
scene
more
in
to the
Flight
story.
when Denzel Washington, right before his deposition, they have to bring him cocaine just to get him to take the stand. That's me and Roan right now.
Well, the backstory to that is that I was in Portland, Oregon, 8 hours ago, and I wasn't gonna make it for the Great Breakfast Bake Off. And then I pretty much said, I said, get me on the first fucking flight to New York City.
Well, it's because you knew that there's a ton of cash on the line.
I knew that that flight was gonna pay for itself.
Why don't we switch these around, because this goes here and this goes over here,
You're
right?
not wrong. Yeah, Sass is gonna make butter, bacon, hot sauce for breakfast. I am making a traditional French omelet with a little touch of home in the way of lobster.
Wow. So a traditional and an extravagant.
Not my
Yes.
typical go-to breakfast meat.
What?
Not my typical go-to breakfast
Well, I mean,
meat.
when was the last time you woke up for breakfast?
Yesterday.
Well, this stack of money is absolutely quivering in front of us. So why don't I get this out of the way and let's get to cooking.
Let's do it.
So we have some traditional cast iron skillets. This one seems a little bit more seasoned, a little bit more lardy.
I like that.
Sass going with his favorite fighter, his sword of choice. Really nice. And we'll be sharing eggs here. So
Yeah.
how are you going to prepare your eggs, Sass? That's one of the main things people are wondering.
Well, I'm gonna go bacon first, believe it or not.
Okay.
You know, get that grease in there.
Same, you're doing a one-pan breakfast.
One pan breakfast.
Very nice.
And then once that bacon's ready, I'm probably gonna pull it off. Or when it's about ready, I'll pull it off, and then I'll throw the eggs in. And once the eggs are ready, I'll probably put the bacon back in for a little extra.
You're putting the eggs in with the bacon fat.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
What else do you need?
I don't need anything. I'm kind of just gonna give Francis a little bit of a head start here because I don't know how long it's gonna take him to cook that lobster.
You're gonna need more time because the lobster's already cooked and you're doing bacon and I'm not doing bacon. So you should get going.
Got it. All right. Glad we cleared that up. I didn't know you were buying pre-cooked lobster. I feel like that's like kind of cheating, isn't it?
Sure.
I didn't go to the bodega. I didn't go to the bodega and say, "Can I get some cooked bacon?"
No, you just sent Roan out to do your shopping for you, which again was one of the most wild things I've ever seen.
Well, you could have just got a breakfast sandwich from the bodega.
I know,
and
I
kinda
should have
just
done that.
Serve that up.
I also texted Sass earlier and I was like, want me to get your ingredients for you? No response. Dead
Because I
asleep.
was asleep.
Yep, 11 a.m. again.
It was if we've been over. I slept for 1 hour.
Supposed to be here at 10 o'clock.
Is it getting any hotter?
Yeah, just waiting for it to get piping.
And are you going to just throw the bacon right on there and let the fat talk?
100%. How much should I make?
I mean, all the boys are here.
Yeah, everyone's gonna want some bacon. I'll do all of it.
And what's your preferred temperature and consistency for bacon? Are you a crispy man?
No.
You want a floppy?
I want a floppy.
And Francis, the omelet is the calling card of the French chef.
Yeah, they always say, I think, that to really test whether or not a chef is worthy of cooking at any of those like multiple Michelin star restaurants, the ultimate test is to make a traditional French omelet.
Do you want chunks of lobster meat, or would you like it to be more spread out throughout?
The question isn't to me, Roan. That question is for you, as you are the judge.
I mean, I enjoy any type of breakfast as long as it's done spectacularly.
Yeah, that's what we're on the hunt for here.
We got any tongs?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. This will be good. It's getting smoky in here quick. Francis, let me get half of that lobster.
You're not getting any of my lobster.
What's the process here with the bacon? Make 4, unload, make 4, unload, make 4, unload?
Something like that, yeah.
And do you think that his strategy of using the same pan for the eggs and the bacon will work well?
No, that's going to be disgusting. I'm surprised that he would do something like that. It almost seems disrespectful to you.
Francis adding a little bit of heat to the cast iron.
Can you get that off the stove? This is communal workspace here.
Give me some of your lobster and I'll think about it.
Why would I do that?
I'll tell you what, she's smelling great.
You ever get when like the oil bounces off and kind of hits your hands?
Yeah.
You ever
Pins
cook?
and needles?
You ever cook ass
Love it.
naked?
I was going to say,
No.
I have, my penis is modeled as a
Yeah.
result of the burn marks from those.
Really?
Yeah.
Cooking making bacon ass naked, one of the most dangerous things a man can
It
do.
looks freckled.
Yeah, no, I've never done that. That's insane.
You have
Can't
to
think of
try
a
it.
single scenario where I would be naked while cooking.
After a fuck session.
I don't go to the bathroom naked. That's too much butter. I'm gonna be the first to say it. You're gonna want to do something about that butter.
I don't even know why you continue to like enter these competitions against me. At a certain point, you're not going to have much to live for.
It is crazy to see the code switching on Francis once he gets around the bright lights.
What do
He
you
picked
mean?
me up this morning and he was like, "You good, man?" He's like, "How you feeling?"
Well, I know
We
I
all-
have to, you
we
know,
all right?
there's the carrot and there's the stick. And sometimes you need the carrot and sometimes you need the stick.
And I was like, "I'm so late, dude." I was like, "I'm so sorry." And he was like, "Dude, honestly, I wanted you to get to sleep."
All right, from now on, next time I have to come and wake you up for a work event that, you know, has been put on for us to support Roan, who has literally dragged you to the mountaintop, I will not be kind. I will reveal how annoyed I actually am that I had to city bike through the rain to your home and wait
we
for
city biked here.
a male guy to open the door for me so I could come up to your door since I knew your buzzer wasn't going to do enough.
We city biked here and Francis was flying.
Yeah.
It was a pain to keep up with him.
It's an electric bike.
I know.
You can't even break a sweat on that thing. How is it a pain?
It just was.
And what amount of bacon is enough?
See, it's tough to gauge because it's so good.
Francis, are you worried about going head to head with something as fatty and unctuous as bacon?
Oh, I thought you meant Sas. Fatty and unctuous. No, I'm not worried about that. I have lobster. It's my secret ingredient.
What's
here.
the burning point on lobster? Because this bacon seems to just be, I mean, it's like a smoke bomb.
Do you have? I need a rubber. Here we go.
This is what the military used when they were storming bin Laden's compound. They just put one piece of bacon on the fucking oven.
You're going to have
Couldn't
to...
see anything.
All right, Francis, eggs in.
One time Dukes left a thing of, when I used to live with Dukes, he left a thing of bacon grease in a cup. And it like sat there for like a week and I
Hardened?
found the cup. And I was like, what in the fuck is this?
The candle?
I confronted him about it like it was like I just found like a dead body. I was like, where did you find, like, where did you make this?
So you want your eggs nice and soft, not to congeal, which is why I'm taking it off the heat.
That's sticking quick. Not too much, Just enough.
Just a taste of butter. And here we are, back at a sizzle, a beautiful waft. And what's the goal there, Francis? Talk us through it.
I mean, you just want to get to this place where, like, it depends on how people want their omelets, but you want to get to this place where you've got some texture, but you haven't made it dry or even close. And then I'm going to spread it all out and then let it sit for a second. And then I'm going to start sort of peeling the edges around.
How many eggs are we talking, Sas?
Thinking 3.
It does dry out if you just let it kind of sit flush the entire time.
You're not wrong.
Yeah! Fuck!
What happened there?
Just burnt my finger so bad.
Some cold water. Cold water, running under cold water. Oh, that's hot.
Thank you.
Need some salt, pepper. Where we got
Salt
that?
right over here, salt, pepper right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to get that salt and pepper as well. Stat. And I'm working with an injury now.
He's working with an injury.
Salt. Give me that pepper, actually. Once you're done, of course.
Here you go.
Thank you.
2 eggs dancing in there, right on top of the fat. It's going to be a lot of flavor. This is diner style that he's doing. Sas locking in the steam with a lid. Francis at the most crucial part, trying to find an edge.
No, we're not there yet. We're okay.
Let's give it about a minute. Guess I'll just post up and chill until then.
So we're talking bacon, we're talking eggs.
I mean, those look damn good, and you can't even deny it. I mean, it's kind of like a tough comparison. How do you compare a lobster omelet to eggs and bacon?
Breakfast is the criteria.
All right, so you got to be in the mindset that you just woke up. Like, I'm honestly probably the best judge for this
Right.
overall.
This is going to be the most crucial part, the flip. Francis has raised his degree of difficulty.
This could be a situation.
Give it a little more.
This could be a forfeit.
A little more time.
So Francis, walk us through what other accoutrement you have over there.
No, once I'm in a good spot with my omelet, I'm going to dice up some nice fresh parsley on the top, and then I'm going to do a side of some avocado with a little olive oil, salt, pepper.
Okay, Francis, going for the flip. Does he have enough wiggle
On a
room?
different spatch here.
Okay, we have a different spatch. We have a thinner one right here.
I think this is the one I'm going to go for.
Okay, a lighter spatch, almost like a baking spatula.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Mangled.
Nick Mangold. All right. Yep, well, I'm no French chef, that's for sure. We are now doing, instead of a lobster omelet, we are doing lobster scrambled egg.
A lobster scramble.
Little pivot, the menu just changed. This might be the day where Hairball finally gets his first dub.
Throw one more egg on, just because why not?
A bonus egg to flex.
Boy, I had a hard time with this.
I fucking did it again, dude. Jesus Christ.
What are you
I
touching?
keep fucking touching the pan.
You're cracking them very close to the pan.
Well, yeah, because I want them to have good shape. There's gonna be a blister the size of a fucking balloon on
Some
my
cold
finger.
water on that thing.
Literally burnt my finger in the exact same spot twice.
Okay.
He's ready to plate the scramble.
Scramble.
Are you happy with the consistency of the egg?
Yeah, I think this is going to work out pretty well. Who doesn't like a little lobster on their omelet, on their eggs?
Is that lobster mac and cheese?
Stop with the lobster mac and cheese. Shut up about the lobster mac and cheese.
Lobster mac. For breakfast? It's a heavy way to start the day.
Really nice dicing technique from Francis. And that'll give it a nice bright sprig of color right there. And what about the flavor? Do we think that's more color or flavor, Francis, or a combination?
I don't know. I don't mind the flavor of parsley. It's pretty subtle, I would say.
Right.
And, you know, it is probably more about the presentation than
It does
The
add
actual
something
taste.
really nice. And what about with the avocado? What's the best way to attack halving and
I
taking
just
apart an
usually
avocado?
go with my hands, my fingers. Try to get it nice and clean. There we go. That's lovely. I'm gonna put this on the plate. Slice it long way.
Your massive Cholula.
The 2 liter?
Do you need this 2 liter of Cholula?
Oh no, one of my yolks cracked.
Oh no. That
Okay.
is a cardinal sin.
Okay, we have a little bit of a evening
Wow.
of the playing field right here.
Wow, that sucks, dude.
Crack yolk versus an
Let me get
omelet that
that.
wouldn't
There goes the
flip.
presentation. There goes the whole thing, really.
The lightest drizzle of olive oil. Spectacular.
That should do it.
Done.
Done. Wait, where's the paper towel? They have paper towels?
Like this looks like something that your parents would feed you when you're in trouble.
Yours
You
looks
got
like
a bad grade in math.
yours looks like the last
they're like,
meal
you're
at like
you're
a,
eating extra
an
veggies
underfunded
now.
prison. What is that?
Eggs and bacon, brother. America.
Yeah, that wasn't the assignment, dickwad.
It was breakfast.
Who can make the most American breakfast?
Me, clearly.
Ladies and gentlemen, breakfast is served.
It's a lot of that's a.
I see. I don't like you
salmonella.
diving into that egg specifically.
That one's
I
got
think you knew that was the
salmonella
worst
written
one.
all over it.
Which one would you like me to dive into?
That one right here.
I mean, Jesus, Harry, he's an expectant father.
Simultaneous bite?
Yeah. That's what I like about those small pieces. Breathtaking?
I think that bacon's undercooked.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It isn't.
You didn't leave it on long enough. Like that one's okay, but some of these ones are not.
That's because that's how I like my bacon.
Well, you have a completely different consistency in all of them.
Yeah, something for everybody. I made bacon for everyone here.
The eggs, even though the omelet fell apart, are well cooked.
Try a little of that cotto.
Cotto with the eggs.
Yeah. It's a tale as old as time.
Not your fault. The cotto's a little hard. Not your fault though.
No.
How is that not his fault?
He didn't
Should
make
have
the
picked a better
avocado.
avocado.
How do you think yours came out?
10 out of 10. Ever been more confident?
You love it.
I love it.
Have you tried the eggs?
I have
They're too runny. That's a mess.
phenomenal. That's
Also,
how you
look
like
at,
it.
but the white is totally undercooked too. Like all this is really not a good situation.
Why? You've never had an egg that's looked like that before?
I don't know. I
They
just
always
think,
come
look at-
out
look
just
at that.
dark
You see it?
yellow
Look
like
at-
yours.
Look at how gelatinous this is.
That's because that's the
that's
top
undercooked
of the egg.
white. That's not what you want.
Well, we're gonna take a pause from you two, and we're gonna have two former contestants, KB and Nick, come in to try both of
Love
these
that.
breakfasts. Nick, KB, what do you see first? Obviously, you eat with your eyes before anything.
Presentation-wise, I think this is Francis's. Sas's, it's abstract.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it feels like something you'd get at a Waffle House at 3 a.m., that kind of presentation.
already been dived into. Let's make that clear. My yolks have been broken.
It's just like I hate when it's that texture of egg. The yolk looks great, so good job.
Yeah, great job on the yolk.
And what price do you think these be at a restaurant?
This would be significantly cheaper, I'll
Yeah,
tell you that.
so I'm gonna take that into consideration.
This is $5.99. This is probably $24.99. A little bit of bacon. The bacon's nice. Okay, what'd you taste with this?
This is my first time trying lobster.
Oh wow, and thoughts?
A delightful treat.
It is a nice chicken of the sea almost.
My bite was good.
You like
There's not
what
much
you
more.
tasted.
It was good and fresh tasting.
Right, there's a bright freshness to lobster.
But I will be transparent. This is more down my alley,
Right.
if I may.
And KB, what'd you taste with Sas's dish?
I've had this exact same dish several times throughout my life. If you're hungry, it's amazing. If you're not, it sucks. But I mean, I went into it hungry and it was good.
Okay, and would you like to try some of the crustacean?
Sass's eggs were really bad. Just taste-wise. Just taste-wise. It was more of a game than a meal.
Oh, yeah.
Which,
Well, I take back what I said about the yolk.
So what differentiated the two dishes? What is your take on Sass's breakfast?
It is traditionally bad, but I'm starving right now, so I would finish that no problem. That, lobster's my favorite protein. Eggs were good. Lobster could have been, I guess, seasoned a little better. It's delicious. It's fucking really good.
I need you both to make your vote.
yeah, this was a classic battle of good versus bad.
Like a Marvel movie.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Francis's.
And I too will be going with Mr. Ellis.
Thank you guys so much, and we'll bring the competitors back out to make the final decision.
I mean, KB just destroyed my plate. I looked around, and this is what KB was doing. Just mashing up my plate.
And that was the difference?
Yeah, I mean, it looked a lot better when I walked away, I'll say that.
Would you like to try his?
No.
No interest in even seeing how it is.
I'm not even trying to insult him. I mean, that looks like the side of a house on Halloween. It's a disaster, like a mischievous neighborhood.
This is the kind of meal that's meant to be eaten the second you take it off the pan.
You need 3 loaves of bread to sop up the amount of juice and liquid that is on that plate.
So I guess it's time to make the judgment with 2
The
votes
judgment's already been made.
for Francis. Unfortunately, I would have voted for Sass, but the die has been cast, and once again, the winner of the Great Barstool Steak-Off is Francis. I'm so sorry.
Breakfast edition.
What's going through your head right now?
Furious.
Why?
I feel like I gave it my all.
Yeah.
I think I actually clearly won.
No one's talking about your bacon. What did you feel
It's
good
gone.
about?
Bacon's gone.
Oh, this is so good.
Did you feel good about your bacon?
I felt great about my
Really?
bacon. Felt great about my eggs too.
This is delicious.
You love yours though. Everything went right about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, in a perfect world, if I had that beautiful, like, tight rolled golden omelet, I guess it would have been better.
But you failed at that. You don't have that because you failed.
But I still made food.
But I did too, and I did
That's
what
not food.
I made
That's-
exactly what I was trying to make.
It's like material.
This is what it is. This is what Barstool's become.
Right.
No longer for the common man. It's no longer about the common man. It's about the top 1% now.
Right.
I mean, what world is this where a failed lobster omelet beats just eggs and bacon?
Eggs and bacon's right down the middle.
Eggs-
Nothing fancy.
that bacon was, I actually think that might have been the best bacon I've ever had.
But unfortunately, you lost.
I lost to pre-cooked lobster and a failed attempt at eggs.
Dude, you're 0 for 3.
Dude,
it's been a
you're
pretty-
making fun of my eggs. You also failed at the eggs.
But I didn't fail at breakfast.
You did.
No.
You did.
I turned this into a scrambled eggs. It's like
You attempted something and,
pretty
and it
adjacent.
didn't work out.
It's like if you go into, college hoping to play Division I football, and it
And then
turns out you're
instead-
really fast and you become an Olympic sprinter instead.
Oh, I don't know about that comparison.
Oh, that's perfect.
Maybe
Sprinter.
you go into you want to play college football and then you just become a guy that goes on light jogs in the morning. That's what it's more of a comparison
Still healthy.
to.
Still healthy.
Well, let's divvy up the winnings. Francis, why don't you come with me?
You got it.
No pulling trig after either. I know you like to throw up your meals a lot.
I'm not throwing this up. I like what I got in here.
Okay, I'm here with Francis and a swath of money. Now, before this video, we talked about which charities you love and which charities you hate. Okay, Francis, before we begin, what is a charity that you love and what's a charity that you're not that fond of?
I think that, categorically, I don't believe in charity. I think that it creates a listless and expectant and entitled, lower class. But if I had to choose, I do believe in sort of the big brothers and big sisters. There's also a charter school that I volunteered at in deep Brooklyn called Urban Dove that has a wonderful charter, which is to make sure that students have somewhere to go after school, because that's typically the time when parents are still at work and there's no oversight, so the kids end up on the street and in bad things. So I actually spent an entire year teaching geometry there.
Admirable. And one you're not as fond of?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Second Mile, which is Jerry Sandusky's sort of his pipeline.
I didn't know that was still up and running.
Nor I don't know if it is either. I hope they have shut their doors.
Okay, noted. That had nothing to do with anything. I just kind of wanted to gauge
What a relief.
perception of these charities. It's up to you to take however much money you think you deserve.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that I know that whatever I leave for Sass, he's just going to eschew anyway, in a pouty fit of martyrdom, I'm going to take everything except for $1 this time. I'll leave him a buck. Actually, you know what? I'm taking it all. I'm taking it all.
Before this video, we asked questions about charities.
Yeah.
Okay, before we start, could you just tell me a charity that you're really into and a charity that you're kind of less fond of?
It's tough. I don't know. I've donated to a couple big charities, preserving wildlife and such.
Okay, so like a World Wildlife Foundation, maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
That's one you like.
Anything with the kids, I dislike.
Perfect. Like, what's an example of one with the kids? Like United Way.
Yeah, I hate it.
Perfect. That didn't have anything to do with anything. I
Got it.
just wanted to get your take on those charities. I don't know how to put this. Unfortunately, Francis took all the money.
Got it.
That leaves you with nothing.
Okay, that's all right.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, my bacon makes up for it anyway.
What do you think of this competition? I mean, Nick and KB kind of, they just ran away with it and stole it from you.
What, how did they run away with it and steal it from me?
They made the two
Oh, 'cause they
decisions.
voted?
Yeah.
Yeah. People like to see me fail.
Does that drive you in any way?
They'll see.
Breakfast has been served, and Francis once again is the winner, and he decides to take every single dollar, and he's going home with a massive stack of cash. Sass going home with
Nothing. My
nothing.
pride,
Just his pride,
knowing
and
I didn't fail.
knowing that he made some great bacon.
Yeah, good bacon and good eggs, if you give him a chance.
Congrats once again to Francis, the
Thank you.
winner of breakfast, and we'll see you guys next time.